The only thing you need to be the best at, the one thing that will open up doors, create beautiful experiences, connect to the people you want to connect to, the one thing that you need to be the best at, that makes room for infinite possibilities. That one thing is the gift that will create anything you want in your life and make it real today, right now, with no question. And that gift is you being you.
Thanks for choosing the Finally Be podcast, your reminder to give yourself permission to embrace the divine disruptions. Open up your intuitive knowing and choose the life you really want. I'm Marcy Grayson, and I'll be on this journey with you, sharing ways to elevate your awareness by living from your wholeness. This is your moment to choose your true you and finally be.
Hi, if we haven't met, my name is Marcy. I'm here just to give you some encouragement and wanting you to know that, hey, you are the best thing that happened to any person that's in your life, that any person in this world. Without you being you, nobody can be themselves. I was talking to a friend one day, and we were having this really deep conversation about how to make moves in our lives, and really create something that we really are proud of. Because for a lot of years, I have been that person that lived with a lot of doubt. There was a time in my life where I would sit clenching, white knuckling my steering wheel as I drove mindlessly to work, not even thinking about how to get there or where I would go. And all the whole time I was driving, I would have this cringe in this. It felt like it was a vice wrapped around my heart every time I would go anywhere or do anything that has to do with something that I was expected to do. And a lot of those expectations, I believe, came from me accepting them. A lot of times we think that there is just something that we have to do to make ourselves better, to fix something, to mold something into being anything else than what it is right now. And it's because we have these expectations that we're lacking. We don't have enough, or we have to get to something, or we have to do something to make something happen. And for the longest time, I would be doing all of these things and my life seemed to be so right. Do you know what that means? Like, everything is right in place. I had the right husband, I had the right job, I had the right career. I was helping people, I was encouraging people every day of my life. For over 20 years, I cultivated this intuition of knowing what people needed and how to get it for them and how to make their lives better. In our field, in our industry, we work out of this idea of dysfunction, and to help somebody come from that, it's supposed to make you feel like you're actually doing something with your life, right? But here I was every day going to work, clenching my steering wheel, having this burning on the inside of me that really, to be honest with you, I would quiet by just focusing on what I was doing that day. I would quiet and I would silence every time an urge came up for me to do something different. And I would sit there and I would think, I'm doing this to be better. I'm doing this to be the best at everything I'm supposed to be the best at. I'm doing this to be the best person in relationships. I'm doing this to be the best at my career. I'm doing all these things that I know I'm supposed to do. And I felt like screaming every day. Tears would be coming down my face streaming onto my shirt sometimes. And I would just wonder, my life is the way it's supposed to be. I did everything right. What is going on with me? Why am I so uncomfortable, so unsatisfied with this life that I created, that was expected of me? And then I started to think back. Every time that I did something, even from school age, we're told to be better and better and better, So the things that we're not as good at, we're told to get better at so that we can be good at everything. That's what their A's are for. You need to have A's across the board. We're told every day that there is something lacking. Work on that. Focus on that. Look at that. And we're only shutting doors all around us when we're so focused on those things that we're expected to focus on. And I realized as I went along through life and talking to friends and developing a family, and to be honest with you, being honest with myself, being appreciative of everything that I am right now, whatever the now was. And I realized the best thing that the only thing I needed to be the best at was being myself, was being me. Whatever that was in that moment, I was already the best version of who I was and I've always been. And a lot of times, most people don't even realize that how they're operating in their world. They're creating this life and they're agreeing to so many things that on the inside of themselves they have been silencing. They're agreeing to be this wife, mother, friend, husband, companion that looks a certain way, that acts a certain way. If you're in a community where you're supposed to sit up straight and make sure that you articulate in a certain way, or if you're in a certain community where you're supposed to have a swagger or have a way of talking that ignites people's passion, or you're supposed to have an impact on the world, everything that you do, or you're supposed to contribute to the world, or you feel like you have to have a job or you have to do this, or there's always something you have to be better at. And every day we're creating this world where we're thinking that we're not functioning, we're not where we need to be ourselves. So there's always something missing. And I want you to know, and I want you to be encouraged that you already know that there's nothing missing. And there was this time where I would tell people this all the time, that there is absolutely nothing missing about you. You are perfect. You are already the best version of yourself. You are already the remarkable. You are already the overflow. You are already the abundance. You are already the inspired, beautiful human being that you're supposed to be, and there's no lack inside of you. I sit here and I want to help people to awaken that part of themselves, to help reveal that, because I've spent so many years of my life feeling like there was a piece of me missing. There was something in me that needed to change, that needed to get better. But what I realized, the only thing that needed to happen was that I had everything that I could possibly be or become already in my hands. I was that person that I was striving to be already in this one moment. How did I come to realize that? Like I said before, it's just being honest. It's just sitting there and looking at yourself and creating this understanding, this perspective of a knowing that's deep inside that you do not want to silence, that you don't want to keep saying that's not me when you know it truly is. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to become this. I don't know how. I don't know if I can. I don't know if this is the best way to go. I'm going to wait on God. I'm going to wait for this to happen for me, for this to reveal for me. But the evidence has been there the whole time. You are the best version of yourself right now. Whatever you think your purpose is, whatever you think your life is supposed to, start from your now. Start from your now. Start from where you are. When I was a kid, this guy, I think he was a pastor. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due, right? He would say, why get well soon when you can get well now? And that has been the premise of everything that I teach today, is start from your now. Start from your now. Because right now in this moment, you have it all. And you're just a beautiful masterpiece waiting to be revealed to yourself, to finally see who you are right now in this moment will open up every door you can ever want to be open. You're the gift. You being you helps me to be me. All right, thank you for joining me today. Have a good one.
Hey, I really enjoyed today's episode, and if you did too and know somebody that would benefit from listening to this podcast, please share. I love connecting with new people. And remember to choose your true you. Start living from your wholeness, because you're the key to the life you really want. This is the Finally Be podcast. Blessings of light.